Physicality isn't the only key difference between the Abby of HBO's The Last of Us and the original video game. The Last of Us Part 2, released by Naughty Dog in 2020 for the PlayStation 4, picked up 5 years after the events of the first game, with Joel and Ellie living a relatively peaceful life in Jackson, Wyoming. A mysterious group, led by a woman named Abby, arrives to brutally disrupt that peace. Players don't get much information about Abby at the start of the story. It's only after you play through half the game as Ellie when it takes a sudden shift and you rewind to play through the same timeline but from Abby's perspective. The HBO adaptation takes a different approach to relaying that backstory. Without giving away spoilers, as we're still weeks out from the season 2 premiere, Neil Druckmann, series co-creator with Craig Mazin, explained during a press conference in LA on Monday why they will give some of that information to viewers much earlier. Druckmann began, "There are 2 reasons why we move certain things up in the story, one of which is in the game, you play as Abby, so you immediately form an empathic connection with her because you're surviving as her. So we can withhold certain things and make it a mystery that will be revealed later in the story. We couldn't do that in the show because you're not playing as her, so we need other tools, and that context gave us that shortcut." Another reason, he continued, involved where the Abby revelation occurs in the context of the game. He noted, "If we were to stick to a very similar timeline, viewers would have to wait a very long time to get that context. It would probably get spoiled to them between seasons, and we didn't want that, so it felt appropriate for those reasons to move that up and give that context right off the bat." Devers Abby will be joined in The Last of Us Season 2 by Danny Ramirez as Manny, Tati Gabrielle as Nora, Ariella Barrera as Mel, and Spencer Lord as Owen. Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, Gabriel Luna, and Rutina Wesley all return as their Season 1 characters Joel, Ellie, Tommy, and Maria respectively. Additional cast includes Isabella Merced as Dina, Ellie's love interest in Jackson, Young Mazzino as Jesse, Ellie's close friend and Dina's ex, Jeffrey Wright as Isaac, the warlord character he originated in The Last of Us Part 2, Catherine O'Hara as Gail, Joel's therapist in Jackson, Joe Pantoliano as Eugene, an obscure character from the game, Robert John Burke as Seth, a bar owner in Jackson, Noah Lamanna as Kat, Ellie's ex-girlfriend, and Alana Ubach, Ben Allers, and Hetty-Ann Park as new characters. The Last of Us Season 2 premieres Sunday, April 13 on HBO and Max.